Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and it is Sunday, which means we have the leftover deal day here on the Shabby's Rides YouTube channel. And the first two we did were really expensive SUVs, the Aviator and the Expedition. So I wanted to find something that was less expensive that still had a deal on it, being a leftover that the dealer wants to get off the lot. And believe it or not, what I found here is a 2024 Kia Forte GT with the 7-speed dual clutch automatic transmission, the 1.6 liter turbocharged inline 4, sporty blue. Now this one doesn't have any options other than carpeted floor mats, so I have a feeling that's why it's been here for 239 days and practically nobody's looked at it, which is unfortunate because I think these Fortes are a good buy. But now with the K4 out, people are ignoring this car. So I want to briefly go over this since we've seen the Forte in detail quite a bit on the channel. We'll go briefly over the interior and the exterior, but we're going to spend most of our time driving this and going over the deal that's available if you want to pick this up. So let's dig in. Here we go, front end of this 24 Forte GT Sporty Blue. We have the gloss black grille up top with the red accents, full spread of LED lighting up front, functional side air curtains, functionality in the grille, top and bottom. Wheel and tire setup, right? We have 18-inch machined aluminum alloy wheels with that red trim ring and the Kia badge on the center cap. Tire choice, not my thing. Kumho Majesty all-season tires, 225/40 18s, all four corners front wheel drive. But if I'm getting a Forte GT, I'm putting some Michelin Pilot Sport 4S all seasons on here if I want to go all season. You let me know how you would rock with your tire choice on the Forte GT. But I love the sporty blue. Let me know what you think. Gloss black side view mirrors, LED turn signals. We have color match front and rear door handles, left side fuel filler cap, gloss black shark fin antenna, color matched roof, no sunroof. Now we come down to the back and we have that lip spoiler on the top of the trunk, looking good, Kia badge in the middle. We have LED tail lights, but our turn signals are standard and they're down below. I would have always liked to see them move this up, but now this model is out of production, so there's no chance of that. And then you got your GT badge right there, looking good. We have sport tune suspension, so they stiffened it up to make it ride better. And we have a functional dual exhaust on this Forte. We're under the hood of this Forte GT, and we have Kia's 1.6 liter turbocharged inline 4-cylinder engine, made it to a 7-speed dual clutch automatic transmission, 201 horsepower, 195 pound-feet of torque, MPGs, 27 in the city, 35 on the highway, 30 combined. The engine's minimum octane rating is 87, so you can run this on regular unleaded gas. Checking out the interior, here we go. Soft touch up top, the Syntex material in black with the red cross stitch, flat black on the switchgear. We do have a nice size door pocket in here. As we come into our foot box, look at that action. Loving it. Aluminum finished dead pedal brake and accelerator, floor mats in the vehicle. That's where you pop the trunk and pop your fuel filler door. But the seats are manual for the driver and the front passenger with the Syntex and cloth combination with the red piping and red cross stitch. GT embroidered into each front seat. As we take a look at the interior, we have all the same black with the soft touch with some red accents. Looks good, looks sporty. You're going to get the 10.25-inch older infotainment system with wired CarPlay, Android Auto, touchscreen, built-in nav. If we go to our radio, I'll just give you a couple of examples here. We go to our radio. You have your Sirius XM, as well as FM and AM radio stations as well. And you can also go to your setup over here, and that's where you can Bluetooth your phone, go to Key Connect to hook the vehicle up with your smartphone, that sort of thing. We can go to our vehicle settings, go to our lights, and you have ambient lighting in this Forte GT. Here it is. You can either link it to the drive mode, go in here to get your color moods right here, or down below, set a custom color with the wheel. So the Forte GT with the ambient lighting like a big dog. Love it. And since this is out of production, this is what you're going to get. But you know what? It's pretty darn good in a $26,000 car. Dual climate, loving it. Push button start, loving it. USB-A, and 2 USB-As and a 12-volt with a wireless charging pad. Leather gator with the red cross stitch to go through the 7-speed dual clutch drive modes. We have our cameras. We do have an electric emergency brake auto vehicle hold, 2 cup holders, the old style key fob, which I love. Lock, unlock, pop the trunk, panic button, remote start. Fairly firm armrest. We open that up, an area for storage down there. Steering wheel is leather. Nice 10 and 2 notches, red cross stitch, GT on the bottom, flat black on your switch gear where you're going to get your media controls over here on the left, and then your adaptive cruise safety suite controls. We got paddles to go up and down this 7-speed dual clutch manually. You got your headlight and fog lamp controls. You got the windshield wiper controls down here, bright and dim the dash, safe exit on off, traction control off, and look at that, manual tilting and telescoping wheel. But on your dash, you're going to get the analog digital combo. Let's check out our drive modes. We have sport, smart, and normal, and of course sport today. Analog gauges, speedometer, tachometer, fuel level, and coolant temperature. And then in the center, you can go through additional information that you may want to see, and we do have some sub-menus as well. Overhead console, we have standard lighting inside. And then we have a spot for our shades. We do have a rear view mirror that's framed with dimming function and your SOS button and your Kia Connect, again, to hook up the vehicle with your smartphone. Now we have our sun visor with vanity and a light. And does it slide? Yes, it does. Let's go into the back seats. Rear door panel, same vibe as the front. Getting in the back, I have the seat set for my driving position, no problem. But you got the sloping line. If you're 5'11", I say 5'10" or taller, you're going to have to duck or else you're going to bash your head. Once you're in, though, plenty of room for head, shoulders, and knees. The Syntex, plastic, cargo net, not in love with that. A USB-A and 2 heat and air vents. Back seats looking good with the same Syntex and fabric insert. And we do have an armrest in the back that is fairly soft with 2 cup holders. So for a small compact sedan, it does pack some good room back here. Getting in the trunk, you can pop it from the driver foot box or the key fob, or underneath the Kia badge, there's a button. You hit it, lift up nice and light. 15.3 cubic feet of cargo space. Huge room for a compact sedan. You can also let the rear seats down with these levers if you need more room. And underneath here, you got a spare and a jack and tools. So thank you, Kia, for that. Great amount of space in the Forte. Here's our faded window sticker. This vehicle's been here so long. Forte GT Sporty Blue, standard features. Of course, a lot of these will be replaced with the GT trim. Here's your add-ons for the GT trim over GT line that are included. The floor mats are extra. $26,020. MPGs. Government safety ratings, made by Kia down in Pesquera, Mexico. Take this baby out for a spin. All right, we are out on the road in this Forte GT. And of course, the Forte has always had good visibility all the way around, no problem. Blind spot monitoring, cross, traffic alert, lane keep assist, pre-collision, all of that jazz in this Forte GT for safety. And we just don't have any options. We still get the turbo engine, the 201 horsepower, but you're not going to see the heated seat, the GT1 or GT2 items in here, like a roof, like the heated seats, ventilated seats, stuff like that. Not going to be here. But it just handles beautifully around these turns. You can just whip it right around. The brakes, piece of cake. Of course, we're in sport mode now. Nice crisp shifts out of this 7-speed dual clutch. Feels really, really good. We have a really tight turning radius here of 17.4 feet. Here we go. And it just whips right around. It's really compliant. The steering and handling is tight and right. No worries there at all. We get good pickup with this turbocharged 4-cylinder. The DCT fires off well. We're going to go over to sport mode now, and we're going to go ahead and shift this with the paddles. See how this thing fires off with the paddles. And it just fires off beautifully. We go down in gears. Nobody's behind me. Nice and quick. And down the road we go. Piece of cake. I say that a lot, don't I? But but the Forte GT, a lot of fun to drive. It's just enjoyable all the way around. And you know, when the Forte was still in production, these cars were really desirable. They didn't sit around. But this car now on the lot, 239 days. Why? Because the K4 was announced, and now everybody wants a K4, and the Fortes are sitting around collecting dust. And frankly, in my opinion, this car's too much fun to sit around and collect dust. I know it doesn't have the GT1 or GT2 package on it, but that means it's less expensive. We're at $26,000. Now, as far as the deals go, let's talk about that real quick, because it's pretty cut and dry on this car. Just sounds great. Let me know if you'd mod the exhaust or do any kind of tuning on the engine if you were to buy something like this. I'd be anxious to hear. But let's talk about the deal. Now, you can either buy this vehicle or you can lease it. Now, the lease is very aggressive, I think, on this car. But let's talk about the purchase. Kia's not offering much on a purchase. You can either get $1,000 cash back from Kia if you want to buy it, or you can take 3.99% financing for 48 months. It's an either or, and that's it. Not really what I could consider a really strong deal on a car that's been here 239 days, to be honest. All right, so now let's talk about the lease in this baby. So anyway, it's a 24-month lease with 10,000 miles per year. All in is the dealer term for down payment on the lease plus tax, title, license, all that. New Jersey tax on the tires, believe it or not, and a bunch of, right, all that stuff. All in means your down payment plus everything else. Out the door is another term for it. They're looking at $3,495. So that's $3,500 all in for everything, and it's $258 a month for 24 months. That's the most aggressive deal Kia has on the Forte GT right now. And for this type of car, I think it makes a good amount of sense to lease first and decide whether you want to keep it. And, you know, $3,500 all in, I think is pretty darn good to get the payment down to $258 a month for 24 months, and you get 10,000 miles a year. So I think that's a pretty strong shout on a lease offer on this Forte GT. But if you want to buy it and you don't want to lease it, like I said, Kia is only giving $1,000 cash back, but that doesn't mean if you're a wheeler dealer like Mike Brewer, you can't get some money off from the dealer on top. And I would say, if I'm looking at this car to buy, I'll take my $1,000 cash back and then I'll get the dealer to try to throw in a couple more grand on top, so I get $3 grand off, and I can get a $26,000 Forte GT for 23 grand, and then worry about the financing after that. But that's how I would go if I were doing the buy. That's how I would try to do it, because the lower you go in the price points, the less thousands of dollars, the less money dealers are going to have to play with. We saw big discounts on that Aviator and on the Expedition, but that's on a $74,000 car and a $72,000 vehicle to begin with. This is a $26,000 vehicle to begin with. There's a lot less money to play with at such a low price point. So let me know what you think about this deal. Would you grab the lease? Would you try to negotiate a better deal on the buy? Put it in the comments and let me know. But this car is too good and too much fun to be sitting here for 239 days. So let me know what you would do. Are you going to go for one of these, or are you hell-bent on waiting for a K4 GT line? Put it in the comments and let me know. But I do want to thank Ciocca Kia here in Ewing, New Jersey, for allowing the channel access to this 2024 Kia Forte GT in sporty blue for this special review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more leftover deals on dealer lots for the rest of the year, put it in the comments and let me know. Give the video a like if you enjoyed it. Please also consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell so you never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.